Hello, our son Nicholas is 3.5 years old, was diagnosed with PDD-NOS when he was 2 years old. At that point, we started early intervention services through the local district and also started biomedical treatment, starting with fish oils and vitamin E, which did get him babbling. Prior to that, he had become nonverbal. So the babbling was a good start to getting us on our way in the biomedical journey, and we had progressed through several supplements, each one Nicholas getting better and better and better. And then I had found Dr. Neubrander October of last year, and we started instantaneously with the mB12 shots and saw a different child emerge. After working with Dr. Neubrander's practice, we started the hyperbaric treatment, but prior to that treatment, we had a child who, even though he had come very far, still had very far to go. His language was only at one word. It was very difficult for us to take him out in public. You know, we had a lot of temper tantrums. We would get one word like come, open, but only prompting him to say those words. Either, you know, we could get him to say more by doing the sign language, more, you know, forcing the words out of him, doing playful obstruction to get him to speak. The words were not free-flowing. We knew that they were there, but they weren't free-flowing, and that was a big part of, you know, our issue. After the mB12 shots, we were getting words like dinosaur coming out of him. We would be playing with dinosaurs, and we would say dinosaur, and he would mimic us. The words that he did use after the mB12 were completely crystal clear. Elephant, hard words, not words you would typically hear out of a child who, prior to starting these shots, couldn't even say come or more or hi. So that was a big gain for us. Like I said before, going out in public with him was absolutely excruciating. We became hermits in our own house, absolutely prisoners. Going to a restaurant was a thing of the past. Every time we would attempt it, thinking he'd be okay, or thinking we'd have enough toys in our bag with us to keep him, you know, occupied, going through all of this, it just always ended up in him screaming and one of us picking him up and carrying him out and going to the car. You know, a lot of times prior to him being diagnosed, we thought it was just him being difficult. We thought it was just, you know, the way we were parenting him, because that's what the pediatrician had, you know, informed us of. We didn't have a hold of our parenting style. We didn't have a hold of our child. You know, we needed to do better with that. And Nicholas just didn't understand. You know, he couldn't have a temper tantrum in a restaurant. He couldn't run all over the place and climb up on tables and everything else. So we literally became hermits. Could not go anywhere. Unfortunately, couldn't take him to birthday parties. Could not take him to holiday gatherings at people's houses. Very much, you know, became very segregated from our lives and our families and friends. So hyperbaric has been nothing but a miracle for us and our son. And he has made great strides since then. A little bit more about how he was prior. He was very much in his own world. He would spend hours playing by himself. He would not care to have mom or dad come and play. You know, he just had started, you know, getting us to come and play, but he really would be content for hours playing by himself. We bought toys trying to engage him. But the more toys we bought, the less engaged he became. He would jump from one toy to another toy to another toy, and we thought, well, at least he has interest in the toys, but he's not bringing us into his play. And you don't realize how much of a problem it is until you see another child who wants to show mommy and daddy this, wants them to come and play. That it is just such a huge problem. So before doing the shots and the hyperbaric, we had a child who was very much in his own world. Even though he was progressing, his speech was progressing, he just wasn't getting over the hump to be more social and to just be interactive with us or with other children. Since starting the shots, and especially after the hyperbaric, we have a child who wants us to play with him all the time. He, you know, he does still play by himself a little bit, but he wants us there. He wants to be a part of our lives. He wants us involved with him. He wants to be involved with us. It's no longer that we are circling around Nicholas, worried about what he's going to be doing. You know, we can't do this because of him. Now he comes with us. He does things with us. It's not just what DVD needs to be on the TV to keep him content. What toys do we have to bring with us to keep him content? It's just a very different way of life for us since starting the hyperbaric. His speech has skyrocketed. Like I said before, we were at one word. We would get mom, dad, you know, open if we forced it out of him, more if we forced it, juice sometimes. After 4 days of hyperbaric, we were getting more chicken nuggets, please mommy, which totally floored us. And the sentences did not stop. Then we got more iced tea, please mommy, more this mommy, DVD please, DVD player please. You know, JJ, Thomas, everything was coming out of him. He suddenly knew all the characters. He was asking for DVDs he hadn't watched in a year and a half, that he hadn't even seen a commercial for on TV. We knew that everything was in there, it just needed to find its way out. The hyperbaric has helped tremendously with his speech. He is now patient. Before starting hyperbaric, it would be excruciating if he decided he was hungry. We couldn't get his food on the plate in front of him fast enough. You know, and by fast enough, I mean 2 minutes. Open a bag of chicken nuggets, take chicken nuggets out, put them on a plate, throw them in the microwave. If you're in a, you know, high stress, he needs to eat situation. The entire process would be him screaming, you holding him back from the DVD player. Okay, well, I'm trying to, you know, you would be holding him back, I'm sorry, not the DVD player, the microwave, you know, saying, okay, count with us, you have to, you know, slow down, count, you know, you have to wait till it beeps and you can take the food out and eat it. After hyperbaric, he stands there and he counts, or he walks away, he waits for it to beep, he walks into the kitchen, he opens the microwave, takes his plate out, puts it on the dining room table, comes in, gets his fork, gets his ketchup, gets whatever. It's like night and day, and it was from a course of like not even a month. We went from screaming, holding him back, going, oh my God, beep, 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 already we have to get the chicken nuggets out of the microwave, to look at this child. He goes to the freezer, gets his bag, gets the chicken nuggets, puts them on a plate, puts them into the microwave, turns the microwave on, patiently waits for it to beep, takes it out, puts it on the table himself, gets up, gets his utensils, his ketchup, puts it on, and sits there and eats. And then when he's done, 9 times out of 10, takes the plate up, puts it in the garbage, and he's done. And this is not anything we coached, not anything we even tried to do. It's just he did it all by himself, and that's just merely one example of things that have changed. In addition, he's proud. He shows ownership of the things that he has now, and he's very proud. He's very happy. But going back to proud, we were very surprised that when we had guests over, he was so excited to show them his spaceship, which is his hyperbaric chamber. He dragged everybody down to the room where we have it, and he showed them his spaceship. This was nothing he ever showed before. I don't think he even had a concept of things or stuff was his. Now, incidentally, he's saying, this is mine. When people are trying to take his stuff away, he'll say, mine, mine, and it's, now we even play with him and we grab his toys away just to hear him say it, because it's so surprising that this is just another thing that has come out of it.
Before the hyperbaric, when people used to come over, he used to run to his room and hide from them. And now he's engaging with other people and asking them to come see his spaceship.
Right. And yeah, also prior, if we go to the park, he would be very much into doing his own thing. Now he seeks out other children and says hi and starts a conversation. And his speech is coming along. It's not 100% there yet. And Nicholas is very tall and he's big for his age, so he looks like he's 6. So other kids that look at him, they don't understand why his speech hasn't quite caught up to where his age, where they think his age is. But he does. He goes right up to them. He says hi. He starts a sentence. He tries to communicate with them so badly. You could see he's searching for the words. And that alone, you know, is just huge. Before, other kids would come into our house. We'd be at the park. It's like he had a wall up, like he could not even see those children.
Didn't even know they were there. And
didn't even know that they were there, and now he's playing with them. Kids could be driving their bicycles down the street now, and he wants to run out and play with them. Whereas before, I don't think he could even see 6 feet in front of his face. It's like it ended, and now the world has opened up to him.